Specifying Eid or Friday to visiting the graveyards is an innovation. Should I recite the Fatiha? Totally prohibited. It's an innovation. Do prophets and messengers pray in their graves? The hadith of Musa. How often should a person visit his parents' grave? Is this rewarding for the person who visits? And what about a person who does not visit the grave of his parents at all? Is it rewarding? The answer is yes. It is a form of worship to visit the graves. The Prophet said, alayhi salatu wasalam, in an authentic hadith, I used to prohibit you from visiting the graves. Now, go and visit them because it reminds you of the akhirah. This means that the ruling in the beginning was prohibition. Then this ruling was abrogated, and now it is permissible to go, and it is recommended to go because it reminds you of the hereafter. And whatever reminds you of the hereafter is a good form of worship. So yes, it is rewarding for you to go. How often? It is not mentioned. But we know from what the scholars say that specifying Eid or Friday to visiting the graveyards is an innovation. Thinking, and this is a custom here in where I live, in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, that some families select the day of Eid in the morning to go and visit their loved ones in the grave. This is an innovation. It was not done by the Prophet ﷺ, and it wasn't done by the companions, so it should not be done on a regular basis. How often? This is up to you. The sky is the limit. But why is it that I go to my parents' graves or to my loved ones' graves? It's not to benefit myself in terms of dua, rather to benefit the deceased and to remind me of my destination. We are so engaged in this world that we forget or seem to neglect that we are soon to die. So if you ask me, Sheikh Asim, when are you going to die? I said, well, I don't know, maybe another 50, 60 years. No one says, I don't know, maybe I'm going to die tonight. Maybe I'm going to die now. It's all in Allah's hands. So putting this in front of you, that my death is inevitable and it's going to happen soon. I don't know how soon. This makes you a better person, a more positive person, a person who is far away from sin, always fulfilling his obligation so that he is ready. He's always on standby. So going to the cemetery is good for me to refresh my iman. But one should not consider this as a habit or attach it to certain festivals or celebrations or Eids. But what about if I don't visit my parents' grave at all? There's no sin at all in that. There's no sin at all in that. As long as you're making dua for them, as long as you're seeking Allah's forgiveness for them and doing charity on their behalf, then you are in the safe, insha'Allah.
So, Sheikh, my mother passed away 2 years ago, and may Allah make it easy for her in the grave and hereafter. My question is, what are the etiquettes I need to follow when I visit her grave? So, when I visit her grave, should I stand next to her grave, raise my hand, and pray, make the dua, Assalamu alaikum ahlal diyar, and they make Darud Ibrahim on her, Surah Fatiha on her, and then proceed to make dua in my own local language to make it easy for her and forgive her sins. And then is it permissible if I get emotional? Is it okay for me to maybe if I get emotional, cry, shed a tear?
Okay, I will answer you, Wasim, because we're almost out of time. The etiquettes of visiting a grave. When you enter, you say the dua. Assalamu alaikum dara qawmi mu'minin, antum as-sabiquna wa nahnu lahiquna, sallallahu lana wa lakum al-afiyah. The prescribed dua. There are a number of du'as. When you make dua, Are we supposed to face the Qibla? It is not a requirement. You can face the Qibla and you can face the grave. You're not making dua for the grave. And when the Prophet ﷺ said, make dua for your brother and ask Allah for forgiveness and make dua for him to be steadfast, he did not ﷺ say, face the Qibla. So just making the dua would do. Should I praise Allah Azza wa Jal and offer salutation upon the Prophet ﷺ to make dua? That's recommended. Should I recite the Fatiha? Totally prohibited. It's an innovation. If I get emotional and I cry, there is no problem in that. This is human nature. We all feel sentimental and emotional when we remember our loved one and deceased one, and Allah Azza wa Jal knows best. Is it permissible to come to the grave after 1 year and then decorate it and put marbles and a headstone, etc.? This is all an innovation. It has to be leveled with the ground, only maybe less than a foot with sand, without putting any cement, without putting any marbles or headstones to decorate it like the Christians. This is totally prohibited. What's the ruling on giving salam to the people in a cemetery? This is an authentic sunnah. Whenever the Prophet ﷺ used to enter a cemetery, he used to say, Assalamu alaikum dara qawmin mu'mineen, antum as-sabiquna wa nahnu al-lahiqun, nas'alullaha lana wa lakum al-afiyah. So such dhikr is part of the sunnah without any problem. So whenever you pass by a cemetery of Muslims, you should make dua for them, you should give salam to them, and this fills their graves, insha'Allah, with light. Indonesia, he says there's a practice in Indonesia that they visit cemeteries in Ramadan. And likewise, in Arabia, there is a practice that they visit cemeteries on the Eid, some of them on Friday. All of these are innovations. Connecting the visit to a particular time or a season makes it a Eid, and this is not permissible. Yes, it is recommended to go and visit whenever you have time, but not to allocate a particular event or time to visit them thinking that they'll be happy, etc. Do prophets and messengers pray in their graves? The hadith of Musa clearly states that they do, and this type of prayer is not to increase in their good deeds because the time of acting and performing worship is over. This is a form of gratitude on their behalf. Does the deceased, the one in the grave, hear what we say to him when we visit the cemetery? The answer is, it's an issue of dispute. The most authentic is that he can only hear the salam, or someone relays the salam to him, but he doesn't hear anything else. So if you tell him, well, your son passed the exams and mashallah, we bought him his first new car and he was so happy, I wish you can see the pictures, I'll try to email them to, all of this, he does not hear it. As Allah says, وَمَا أَنْتَ بِمُسْمِعٍ مَنْ فِي الْقُبُورِ, and you will not be able to make those in the graves hear, whether literally or to be guided, but what you tell them, as they will not benefit.